titles. You got the regular series, you got the Armageddon game, and then you have the Armageddon game, The Alliance. The Alliance just kind of goes into the background of some other characters, side characters and stuff, and it's interesting, it's good, I like it. But it's not like these. Now these go on at the same time, canonically. Armageddon Game 4. And you see what we think so far are clones of the Turtles who are on the news, which turns out to be fake news media. And they're like pretending to be the Turtles. Sound familiar or anything, current? So, you got the Armageddon game, spoilers. You got the Pantheon of siblings, which are siblings to the Rat King. This is a whole different Rat King. And you got Leo and Shredder, who have teamed up because Shredder came back from hell. Splinter helped him. And they're trying to recruit people from different dimensions that can help take down the Crit, because it's a big, big problem. And you got Cuddly, the cow, who's from the Archie comics. And then you go back to Mutant Town, and Raph has teamed up with Old Hob again. And then they see the fake turtles on the news. Then you got these basically Blackwater agents. And they're like, what the fuck? That looks like Raphael. So maybe something is up with those. Maybe those other turtles are fake. Then you got Sally and Man Ray trapped. And it's all staged. It's all a stage for the TV. But then they're, fighting. And then you see that one of them gets shot, one of the fake turtles. And he almost starts turning human, if you see his arm. So they're like, it's really weird. So then they get out of there. And they tell them that they know them from, there's a TMNT Universe issue that was from like a couple years ago. So I had to look it up. See, it tells you what issue it was. And it was these dudes, these 4 mercenaries that had the technology to change into mutants, but they could change back also. Similar, I guess, to the turtles have, where they can look like humans, but then they turn back to turtles. Comic book magic. And then you got this girl talking about these guys. You got to bring in some heroes, some big people, some mythic. She's talking about Eden. Oh, what's also cool in the beginning, they talk about Enoch. And they're saying that he was one of her projects. And they quote it in the Bible. They quote the Bible. And then you got this girl fighting this demon dude. And then you got Shredder and Leo teaming up, talking cool stuff. Now, Leo has to... This is so cool to see again, because Dark Leo was early on in the main series, when he was brainwashed and worked for the Foot Clan when Shredder was still evil. Now, to fight the Rat King, he said that they needed duality. So he has to be able to put out that dark side again, but control it. And use the good and the evil to defeat the overall evil. More fighting. And you got this cool little, like, we got our new friends with us. And then you see some of the players. And the Rat King refers to them as knights and pawns. See, this is the Rat King from this one. He's more demonic looking. More like goblin-like. Compared to the 1980s version of the Rat King, who's more just like his face is wrapped up. See, he's more human. This guy's more human. This one, it's a whole different kind of Rat King. And then Krang has Metalhead's body now. And he's about to go fight Shrell. which they get into in this one. And Shrell is the Shredder in the 2003 cartoon. So it's like a bunch of cool callbacks. Then you go to the main series, which is happening concurrently with this one. And you see they're trying to get this clone. Or no, it was like the first, well, they were clones, but the first naturally born Triceraton, they were slaves to the Crane, not to the Crane, to the Utrom. But she's the first natural born, so they're trying to kill her because that could lead like up to a revolution. So there's a lot of fighting. Jenica. Now this is the first time there's ever been an error in color that I've ever seen. But Patterson is so great with colors. I gotta forgive her. But it's pretty cool to see. Jenica's wearing purple and Donnie's wearing yellow. And it goes immediately back to the right ones. Let's see. So then you got this weird thing where Donnie uses this magic dragon scale powered, the dragon from hell that Shredder had to defeat with Splinter's help. And he causes some kind of rip in time or some shit. For some reason, she goes back to a vision she keeps having. Now, this is somebody who trained with Leo, and she's from the original comics, too. Her and Leo were, like, training. They just met randomly. Then you see how some of the Utroms are chained up, how they're still cloning. That's Shrell. Then Krang gets there. He's like, Shrell! And what they're using are Triceraton bodies now. So Krang's like, y'all are lame for that. And so they start fighting. So, we'll see what happens next. I thought that was just fucking fire. Fire. All the callbacks and everything's coming together. Alright, I'm gonna take a break, do some random questions.